my god, my microphone works. Wow. And no one is gonna come to the stream because it's 12:38 a.m. It's midnight. Okay, the issue is I have to talk really loud on this to get it to even register. Okay, that's cool. I can hear it. Okay, I can hear it on my phone. It doesn't sound like too bad. It's like quiet though. And I mean it's louder than it was before, and I don't know how I fixed that. That's kind of weird. I ramped up the decibels and I did some other junk which kind of helped it. But it's still like my mouth is right on the microphone, and that's how it has to work. And if I move from the microphone even a little bit, you can't hear me. I'm just gonna cough right into the microphone, that's fine. And there's 3 watching. Hi! Yeah, I figure no one's gonna come to this. I just wanted to, like, try it out. I just wanted to see if it sounded fine, I guess. Even though I'm getting chapstick all over the microphone because my lips are literally right on it. Oh, I haven't even opened Psy yet. I don't even have Firefox open. Yeah, I just turned on my computer. I just got my computer fixed. My friend came over. My audio drivers weren't working because I deleted them and I couldn't re-download them, and I don't know what kind of magic she worked, but she got it to download somehow. So I couldn't stream for a while because stuff just wouldn't open, like iTunes wouldn't open. Hi! Hi, Salty! But yeah, iTunes just wouldn't open because I literally didn't have the audio drivers for audio to play on my computer. And that was like that since like Friday, so that's why I haven't streamed, which sucks. Or no, I did stream on Friday. It was like Saturday or something. But yeah, I would say this audio does sound better than it did on my headphones, but I do have to speak really loud. I'm like being really loud right now, and it's still not like loud. Oh, it's gonna open Psy. It's not like I can even draw because I'm literally holding my microphone right up to my face. I'm gonna have to figure something out about that. I literally don't know how to fix this. I might need to just get a new microphone. Like, this one's probably just bad. I don't know. But I told my friend to come back and see if we can not, like, fix it up. Like, try to see if I have any settings that could help this. It's dumb. Where the heck? Okay, there it is. How was y'all's Thanksgiving? I actually ate this time, which is shocking. Like, I had food. Yeah, I do have a friend, and she's my ex. And I always say that, but I realized that it's kind of weird that I describe her as my ex and not my friend, because she's literally just my friend right now. Message retracted. Like, I know you were just, like, owning me. Like, what? I could probably put my tablet in front of me. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't eat like too much, but I did get full, and then I had my friends pick me up from Thanksgiving. We came over to my house, uh, goofed off a little bit, and then we went to Walmart for some reason, just 'cause like it's fun, I guess. But we bought a frozen pizza, and we came over to my house and we made the frozen pizza. So not only did I have Thanksgiving, and I also had a frozen pizza, like half a frozen pizza. I mean, you don't gotta be like, it's not like weird. What happened? Like, what happened here? Like, what happened? Is this weird? That's weird. Um, what even? What? What the heck? I'm trying to fix this, but like, what just happened? This is weird. This is weird. of course, I have some technical difficulties. Oh, oh, woo! I don't know what fixed it. I don't know what did that. My computer was not restarting. The screen wasn't black for me. It was black on OBS. It was black on the recording program. So I was seeing what was happening, but the stream wasn't. Yeah, that was weird. I guess technically I can draw and hold this microphone at the same time. And I can respond to comments on the microphone. There's dust all over my dang screen. I can respond to comments on my microphone, but I can't use my other hand to do my shortcuts. I'd have to use it all with one hand, which is weird. Because that's what shortcuts are for. And I didn't expect like anyone to actually come to the stream. Like, that's not really what this was. I really am just like goofing around. I didn't get a lot of sleep anyway. I mean, I got like 4 hours of sleep, and then I had like a 2-hour nap at before Thanksgiving at my aunt and uncle's house. So I guess that is like a decent amount of sleep, but I also got like super anxious today. That's just what happens. What face am I even drawing anymore? What is this? It looks like a Christian cartoon mascot. Hey everybody, let's talk about the Bible. I don't know what his name is. He looks like a let's talk about the Bible kind of guy. Oh yeah, the Harry Potter. I bet the Harry Potter movie was on TV, right? Because they start playing Harry Potter like November, like as soon as October ends, like November 1st. They're like, it's time to marathon Harry Potter movies until Christmas. Because they've just become a Christmas tradition. Like, only the first one is a Christmas movie, right? Because the first one has Christmas actually happening. I don't remember if any other movies, if any of the other ones have Christmas in it, but the first one is definitely a Christmas film. I mean, it's funny because there's a lot of Christians who are like opposed to Harry Potter. They're like, Harry Potter is corrupting our children. It's all about black magic and the devil worshipping. So it's kind of funny that it's associated with Christmas so hardcore. I mean, I have no problem with it. I mean, obviously, I have no problem with it. If I had a problem with it, I'd also have a problem with Pokemon. I just replayed Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon all the way through, even after like I did the epilogue, and that was dumb. Like it takes 24 hours, 24 full hours to finish to get to the first ending of Super Mystery Dungeon. And I'd say it's like the only ending, but there is technically an epilogue, and that doesn't take like that long if you have like a bunch of items and you just cheese your way through the like 3 other dungeons that you have to do to end the game. Before in 2015 when the game came out, I thought that was going to be way harder. I probably didn't have enough items, so I didn't finish it, and then I restarted it because I was bored because I didn't have a computer. And then I replayed it. I don't know what was going on, what I'm talking about anymore. I just mentioned Pokemon. And that's what I wanted to say. The first and Deathly Hallows Part 1 have Christmas scenes in it. No other ones do. Oh, what I was going to say before a different... like kind of related but not really, was that I was like, you know what would be the best idea ever would be, okay, so I did an Osu Halloween stream, right? And I did that last year, and I also did an Osu Christmas stream last year. But I think what would be fun is if I did the Osu Christmas stream, but then afterwards we watched the Pokemon Christmas special episode, which is probably only like half an hour long, and then we could watch Barbie Nutcracker. It doesn't have to be on Christmas, obviously. Like whatever day is good would be good. I mean, I could probably do it on Christmas because like my family doesn't even do Christmas on Christmas, and it would be at night, so it wouldn't even matter. But I'm sure that a lot of people would probably be like, I'm gonna be busy or I'm gonna be out of town or whatever, so. What do you mean you can't get through the first few missions on Mystery Dungeon? If it's the first game is like super easy. At least I think so. I can get through that. I say this all the time, but I can get through that within a day. And I know I said it takes 24 hours to complete Super Mystery Dungeon, but like let's be real, who sits down and plays a game for 24 hours straight? Not me. So it did take me a couple days. But it only takes me a day, or like obviously less, to beat the first one. And doesn't have like regular Pokemon logic. I feel like you can easily spam just like whatever move is like your most powerful one. If you're oh my god. So Pokemon Mystery Dungeon first game on easy mode is playing as Skitty, and you wouldn't think so, but Skitty is the easiest one to play as. It's easy mode. It's so... I don't know how to draw Skitty, but Skitty is so dang powerful. The tackle is like OP. She's like bonkers. That's not how you draw Skitty. She looks like a worm. And then I know that she has... There we go. I mean... What do you mean you only associate Skitty with buff dads? That doesn't make any sense. what I was gonna say is you don't know which Pokemon you're gonna get when it comes to. I think the first 3 games. I've never played the third game because it wasn't like marketed at all. Like it just came out honestly, and I just didn't even know. And then the fourth game came out, and everyone was like, "Hey, do you all remember that third Mystery Dungeon game that like flopped really hard?" And I was like, "No, what?" And there are references to it in Super Mystery Dungeon, so I'm just like out of the loop whenever I see those. I'm like, I don't remember that. But I think in the first 3 games you don't know what Pokemon you're gonna get, and you just get stuck with it. So, I don't remember if when I got Skitty I retried the questionnaire a bunch of times to get it, or if I just got it. I don't even remember what Pokemon I played with the first time. It was only up to the 3rd generation, so. And then you get, I think the options outside of the starters are probably Pikachu, Skitty. I think you could play as Munchlax. I don't remember if there was anyone else. But the options to play as not a starter are like super bare bones in the new one. In the one that I was just replaying. Cause sorry, I'm like tired. But the only 2 Pokemon that you can play that aren't starters in the newest game are Pikachu and Riolu. And Riolu reminds me of a person I'm not friends with anymore, so I didn't want to play as that one. But I wanted to play as not a starter, but I had to play as a starter, honestly. Like Pikachu is too easy of a character. Like it's basically a starter anyway, so it doesn't matter. I was really upset because it would be cool because it was in the 6th generation. It came out in the 6th generation before the 7th. It came out in 2015, and Sun and Moon came out in 2016. So if they had any characters, any Pokemon to play as that were like native to Kalos but weren't starters, they didn't have any of those. Bye, Ashley. I'm literally just gonna talk to Salty now. I don't know how long I'm gonna even go on. I was wondering if anyone else would show up, but probably not, honestly. I don't know what Pokemon they could put in. Like, I don't remember. I don't know if anyone like really freaked out about anything. Like, maybe Fletchling. I really wanted to play as a flying type. That's really all I wanted. And I know that Charmander technically evolves into a flying type Pokemon, but you only get to be in evolution at 2 to 3 very specific moments in the plot, which go and come and go really quickly. And then, oh hi Lion. Only me. But then after you play the game, after you beat the epilogue at the end, after the first ending, you get your partner back, which is a spoiler. I'm so sorry. After that, you can evolve your Pokemon, and I haven't done that yet because I'm sentimental about my partner right now, and I don't want her to evolve from a Fennekin just yet. Sometime, at some point, we'll evolve. But yeah, where I was going with that is that I wanted to play as a flying type because that's my favorite type, but there was no flying types, and Rowlet is a flying type. So if it was the 7th generation, I might have even played as Rowlet just because it's a flying type. But it does evolve into a grass ghost, which sucks. I hate it. I want there to be like a legit flying type that isn't Charizard, that starts as a flying type and then ends as a flying type. That is just a bird, not like a lizard. I named my I don't remember what I named my partner the first time I played it. I really don't. I have no idea what it could have possibly been. But this time, I just named her Fenne. 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 Like Fenne. Fenne? I don't know. I just thought it was cute. And it was cute. But I couldn't really say it. And then my name was just Barry. I was a Froakie. I just played as a Froakie because I was like, last time I played as a Piplup, and that was fine. But I felt like I needed to play as, like, Piplup isn't like a particularly feminine Pokemon. Like, it's pretty gender neutral. But I wanted to play as one that was like decidedly like masculine, just for funsies. So that's why I chose that one. The Charger! Oh, that's terrible. That's just the worst. That's just awful. Okay, Jesus! No! Oh, that's terrible. That's just the worst! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I don't know what I even did. Alright then. I don't know what made it stop. But it better be stopped. I'm still trying to think of a Kalos Pokemon that you could be that wouldn't be the starters. But I can't think of any. I literally can't. That's probably because my brain isn't working right now. I don't want to, like, alarm anyone, but I don't I don't think I should admit this, but my friend gave me an anxiety, like, lessening pill. It's not like drugs, but she was like, this will help you sleep, or like at least calm down from your fucking panic attack. And I was like, cool. And so now I'm just sleepy. And now that's on the internet forever. But you know, it's whatever. It's not like it's like weird. I just don't have any at home right now. I would have some at home, but I don't. Yeah, it was nice of them. I wanted to make a visual novel, honestly. Like, that sounds like a fun thing to do, but I don't think I have any resolution to do anything for any amount of time. That's what I need meds for. We were talking about that too. I was like, if I got an ADHD meds, I'd be unstoppable. I could literally defeat God. You woke up for this? That doesn't make any sense. Did you? I wonder what that even means. Like, did you get the notification where you like sleepily looking at your phone? Like, did you just like wake up from like a noise or something? And you look over your phone and you're like, oh wow, a stream. Or like what? Because there's no way it was like loud enough. I feel like YouTube doesn't make noise when it gives me notifications. It doesn't. How did that happen? Yeah. No. God. Yeah, that friend is really nice. She's weird though. She does stress me out a bit, but just because like nothing that she does, but like first of all, she's connected to a lot of like past moments from, I met her in my sophomore year, and it's been many years since sophomore year. And so I just have like a lot of memories with her. It's a little bit awkward because like nostalgia really like fucks me up my head. Like it makes me really anxious. Like even if it's good nostalgia, like even if I'm like, oh yeah, totally, like we had good times, it still like makes me anxious. So there's nothing I can do about that. It's not her fault, you know. But she is a good person. And also she lives in a bad place in town. Like she lives in downtown in the city, which is like the dangerous place, like the dangerous part. So whenever we go over, which wasn't tonight, we didn't go over there. She just came over to my place. Uh, but whenever I go over there, it gives me anxiety. It's not. It's again, that's not her fault. Like she's just poor as hell, which is just how it be when you're 20 and your parents hate you, which is her situation. I obviously live with my mom, and I don't live on my own. Yeah, anxiety sucks. I hate like admitting that I get anxiety around people. Like, cause I told her I was like, cause obviously I told her I was like, oh yeah, no, I got anxiety tonight, and I'm gonna be like up all night, and I'm gonna have this for like the next 3 days. Then she was like, yeah, no, I have something for that in the car. Like, come out and I'll give it to you. And I was like, cool. Uh, cause hopefully what this does, it'll suppress it enough so that I so that I don't get it for the next 3 days straight. Hopefully I won't wake up with it. That's what I'm saying. And yeah, nostalgia is supposed to be a good word. It's supposed to be like, oh yeah, I have like nostalgia about like these toys or like this video game that I played or this show or this song. It's usually stuff like that, or like, a place or a person, and it's usually a good feeling. Of like that's like what it's supposed to describe. And I could have good feelings about it, but like I feel like my entire life I've just been constantly like having anxiety. So no matter what memory I get, it's just sort of always there. Like it's always been imprinted into every memory that I have, you know? Like that sucks. I can't help it though. Ugh. Just like venting here. But it's not like I feel that bad anymore. Like honestly I didn't think this would help. And it's more like kind of just making me drowsy, but I guess it's like, you know, that's what being drunk does, and I don't feel anxiety when I'm drunk, so. And she told me that I'm absolutely not supposed to get drunk when I have this pill in my system. So I'm not going to. I wasn't planning on it anyway, but that's a little bit spooky. It's just like normal, like a normal thing. But I wonder what it does. Because I can't remember if it was an anxiety pill or a depression pill. One of those. But if you took alcohol with it, you technically weren't supposed to, but all it did was it just actually boosted the effects of it, which, like, to me sounds great. So I wasn't afraid to take it with that, like, have alcohol on that pill, because it really did nothing. But this one, she was like, no, you absolutely cannot. And I was like, okay, no questions asked, that's fine. Why does your sound, like, why are your sounds so loud? Why would it be? Oh no, Salty. I don't feel that way. I was just talking actually to her about how I've been going to therapy since I was in 5th grade. I was 10 having anxiety attacks. Like my body just hates me. It really just wants me to suffer, and it always has. Like I've had major anxiety and paranoia ever since I was 10. and it's never gone away. I would say 2013 is probably my best year. I was really chill then. It was still like super anxious about some things, but I feel like that was probably just when I had like not the most to worry about, 2014 was probably one of the worst years. 20 late 2014, early 2015. Oh, yeah, well, depression pills, no, yeah. With that, it really is. I think that's the one where it's just like you can have alcohol with it. Well, you're not supposed to, but it really just does enhance the the way it works. Like if you're planning on like I don't know doing something and you don't want to be like that suppressed or something, I don't know, then that's when you wouldn't want to do that. But I mean, who's drinking before they need to do something important anyway? Yeah, I don't like talking about high school with that friend in particular because it was a really, really bad time for her. Like, that's when we dated, so we did have a good time then. Like, that was actually a really good time. Like, the only reason that we're not dating now probably is just because, like, we kind of just became different people. It's like, whatever. But at the time, back then, it was, like, really chill and it was, like, good. Um, but I don't talk about it ever because it was also just, like, a terrible time for her. Like not because of that, but just like her parents and like the situation she was in. Like she used to be rich, like not to brag or anything on the behalf of someone else, but she was literally loaded, like super rich, and then soon she just became not due to reasons that I don't feel like divulging. But that was just a terrible, terrible year. She couldn't come back to the school that we went to because I got kicked out for failing 9 classes in one year, and she couldn't afford it anymore because it was a private school. So we both weren't able to go there um, after the 2014 year, because that's when I graduated, and then she graduated a year afterwards because she's 1 year younger than me. But yeah, I can't really talk about high school then with anybody, and that's fine with me. I don't really mind. It's just like a weird thing because a lot of people talk about it, and it's like normal, and like I do sometimes, but it's usually with like a bittersweet tone. Also, just because like I don't talk to anybody except for her from there, you know. Like if I'm gonna talk about anyone, it's gonna be someone that I now have like weird bad memories about. I will say, on another note, on another completely unrelated note, uh, one of the things that she got at Walmart was a big box of blue raspberry Kool-Aid jammers, like the little pouches, and she gave me 4 of them, and I drank one earlier, but now I want one of the other 3, so I'm trying to open that with one hand. I never get Kool-Aid. And that's just like something you can do when you have money and you're an adult. Like you can just buy Kool-Aid. Hell yeah, Kool-Aid. So we bought the micro the the pizza, not the microwave pizza, it's an oven heat pizza, frozen pizza, and we got Kool-Aid jammers. My head is like super just like please just, you know, go to sleep already. Oh no, we got the pouches, not the make it yourself Kool-Aid. But I used to make like lemonade all the time, the powder lemonade. I was really good at it actually. Like I knew the ratios like down to a T. And basically the ratios are don't put a lot of water in there. Like you won't get as much lemonade, but it will taste super good. I used to just like eat the powder right out of the it wasn't like a packet. It was I can't. It was like a jar. It was like a plastic, like a flimsy plastic container that had the powder in it, and I used to just like lick that off my finger. Yeah, I like lemons too. That sounds like so bad. It sounds like I'm like talking about a certain type of fan fiction, and I don't like that that's just out there now. The fact that I just said that, which it is not pertaining to that. I do like the fruit. I love sour stuff. Like I really like um so this is like an unpopular opinion, like not many people like sour beers. And I didn't know this, but and you probably don't know this either, obviously. But if you're going to make a sour beer, it's just called a sour. If you're going to make a sour, it actually it means that the oh shit, my phone. It means that the batch has to go bad. Like, oh well, lion. This isn't like I'm relaying a tale that I was told that not even my mom knew. So I just assumed that like I don't know, not many people like are into beer even. That's why I said that. But apparently the batch has to go bad, and you can't make anything but that sour in uh that God, what is it called? Like the vat, the thing, the container. My phone does need sustenance, but yeah. So we asked. We went to a brewery that we go to a lot, and we were like, "Hey, dude, like, why are you never making sours? Like, that's my favorite thing ever." And he was like, "Cause it literally has to go bad. Like, it ruins the tank, and we can't make anything else in there but that sour. And so we don't want to invest that kind of money in something that like not even like that many people would probably like here. Because like there are places where it's more sours, and there are places where there's no sours. So that's a very no sour place. The guy literally refuses to make it. Um, there's this one place in Kentucky that I really really like, and it has a sour that's literally my favorite sour. I mean, Salty, you don't have to relate. I just think it's interesting that like literally you can't it goes bad. Like that's a weird thing that you you know like that's something that like I think anyone could be like, oh, that's kind of interesting. That's a little bit of a fun fact, huh? But yeah, that one brewery that I really like has my favorite sour, and everybody else. There are some people who like it, but there's this thing that the guy does. The guy who owns the brewery, he always offers people to put raspberry syrup in it. And he says, "Oh, that's the best way to do it. Everybody eats it like that. Well, drinks it like that." Um, but I tried it and I hated it. I hated that it made it more sweet. It was kind of gross to me. So I was like, "No, I really don't want any more of that syrup." Like, it kind of ruined that sample for me. So I was like, "No, I'd rather just have it straight up." And everybody around me was like, "Oh, what are you talking about? Like, it's so much better." With the syrup in it. It's too sour for me. I'm like, what are you talking about? And then the other beer I like is the Gozas, which are salty. So that's weird. I just have like a dumb taste in beer. I don't like the dark stuff. It tastes like coffee. I hate coffee. And also, my mom really likes chocolate wine, this chocolate wine that we get, and I hate the taste of chocolate with alcohol and the taste of dairy products with alcohol. If you give me like a chocolate milkshake, um, like flavored alcohol, I'll hate it. It's nasty to me. I salty things are actually really good for me because dairy products really react to my throat, and I get a lot of mucus back there, which is really gross to say, but I honestly can't like breathe that well with it, and then I have to like cough a lot. So, uh, what you gotta do when you do that is eat something that's really salty, so like chips or something. But I really like having the gozas because it's beer that's really really salty, and it just cuts that. It cuts it right out, and I don't have that in my throat anymore. It's the best plan ever. By the way, I had like a near death experience earlier today. Not really, but we went to the Walmart and uh I wonder if either of you were thinking, "Huh, that's weird because like tomorrow's Black Friday, so I'm sure it must have been packed." And if you weren't thinking about that, now you are. And the answer is yes, it was packed because Black Friday had already started. Um no, Wyatt. It's not that. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. Just one second. One second. I'll get to it. So we went there, and I brought my money and my card. Um, because I was like, I have paper money, but it's all in singles, which is kind of obnoxious. So if I actually wanted to buy anything, I had gotta bring my card. So while we were there, I I was like, I don't remember what I was getting my money out for, or my phone was in the same pocket as my paper money. So I was taking out my phone and I felt the paper money. So in my mind, I was just like, huh, well, I should check to make sure that I have my paper money and make sure I have my card. So I patted around on my butt where my all that stuff was in my pockets, and I didn't feel my card, which was like, you know, um, uh, terrible. So I was having a panic attack. Well, not really. At that point, I was just kind of calm. In that kind of situation, I'm actually like weirdly calm. But I was just standing there like, excuse me, um, that's not good. And so I was patting all around my butt, and I couldn't find it all. I took out my phone. I was just like, if it was in this pocket with my money, that would mean that if I took out my phone earlier, which I did, it must have fallen out of my pocket and into the hallway where Black Friday is happening, and someone definitely took it and could have used it for anything. So that was really freaking me out. We were just in the produce aisle where like nobody else was, because obviously like who Black Friday shops for food. So I was just standing there in this abandoned part of Walmart where like nobody was there, and I was just like, please, please, don't be real. And I'll just cut it short. There's no more tension to grow off of this story. Um, I felt my other pocket and there wasn't anything in there, to be honest. When I patted it the first time, but I was like, I gotta put my hand in there just to make sure. And there was a card in there, and I took it out, and I was like, oh, it's my Starbucks card. It's my Starbucks gift card. Like I have, I didn't. That's not my credit card, my debit card. I don't have a credit card. Well, I do, but I don't use it, and it's hidden somewhere. Uh, but it was my Starbucks gift card, and I was like, I guess that means that I actually just grabbed my Starbucks gift card and not my debit card in the first place. So if I had dropped it, it wouldn't have even mattered. And then you might be thinking, well, maybe you did bring your debit card and it did fall out, but you just had that in your other pocket. And the answer is no, I literally just did actually accidentally bring my Starbucks gift card instead of my debit card. So I couldn't have bought anything, and now my debit card is sitting in front of me happily, safely. Everything's cool. I just ooh. So that was an experience. I know I was in there and I was like, "Can you even buy anything with this here?" And my friend was like, "I mean, I've never seen a Walmart with a Starbucks in it. I'm sure they exist." And I was like, "No, no, 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 no. But can you buy like Starbucks products that aren't in the Starbucks store with the Starbucks gift card? Like if you got like some of the coffee maker Starbucks brand coffee maker stuff or like a frozen coffee or whatever, like could you get it?" And she's like, "No." So I was like, "Yeah, no, I seriously couldn't have bought anything. All I had was $12 in singles and that's it." I bought a Coke, which was $2 and a penny, and then she gave me the penny. That's what friends are for, to give you exact change after they just bought something. I don't know if I'm gonna be using this microphone again, to be honest. I feel like I need to buy a new one. Because I feel like it might just be this one that's the problem. But I don't know anyone with a good microphone that, like, for serious works that I could plug in and make sure it wasn't my hardware or whatever. But I don't know. I feel like I won't be using this again, just because it's really obnoxious. I'll put it out there that it probably definitely 100% for real was a Subway in that Walmart, because I don't think that any Starbucks are in Walmarts. I know for a fact that Subways are in Walmart, but I don't think Starbucks are. I can't remember. No, it's not that Walmart that we went to that has a Subway, but there is one around me that has a Subway. I don't have. I ran out of things to say. I'm just listening to Salty's tale now. The epic tale. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna still think about Kalos Pokemon. Oh, you know what would be a really cool one? If you could be a Honedge. If you could be a Honedge in Super Mystery Dungeon as a starter, that would be so badass. Oh. That'd be really difficult because it doesn't have like any facial expressions or anything. Like it only has one eye. But like, ooh, that would be so good. I love Honedge. Kalos is my favorite damn place in the world. Like I always say this. I literally, always, always rant about how much I love Kalos. But I love it too much. Like when I think about it, it makes me like really happy. And I guess that's a good thing, like to have something that you could like just think of that like makes you that instantly happy. But like oh, like part of me like dorkily just wants to like travel to France so I can be like, I went to Kalos. Like no other reason. I've never even wanted to go to France, but like because of Kalos, I'm just like I kind of want to visit. Like it's so pretty. Like it's so pretty. The visuals are just so nice. And everybody hated the pastels. Everybody hated how washed out X and Y looked like, but I think it matched this I think it matched the time period that it came out in. Like 2013 was a really pastel year, I think. Like everybody was super big into that. Like neons weren't a thing anymore, and like bright colors were kind of out. So I feel like it fit really well. And also France is just like kind of a really pastel place. Like you think France and you think of like, you know, like wonderful pastel flowers, like beautiful pastel castles, or not castles, but like you know what I mean, like beautiful old buildings that are like all white and like washed out brown, and like fountains that are gray, and like beautiful pastel skies. I just love Kalos. Yeah. Yeah, I love the colors in Kalos. I do think they did wash out some of the Pokemon a little bit too much. Like, the shinies especially is really apparent. Like some of them are not bright enough, which was a downfall of the graphics. But I don't know. That was something they could have fixed. Otherwise, I think the location looks really nice. The uh the scenery. Salty. Salty. I'm reading your tale. I'm not like keeping up with it super well, but like I'm reading it. You know, a Pokemon that I don't know. Shouldn't have started that sentence. I just kind of wanted to say that I wanted to be Skiddo, but that's kind of dumb because the starters outside of the Super Mystery Dungeon starters that aren't starters, like Skitty, Munchlax, Pikachu, Riolu, are all types that you can't get as a starter, obviously. Like, so to say that I wanted to be a Skiddo is just like dumb, because it's just a pure grass type. But I do love Skiddo. I'm trying to think. I think only Fletchling and Honedge kind of seem. There weren't a lot of Pokemon in Gen 6 that were added. Especially not ones that people really liked. Like, it's not a very popular Pokedex. Yeah, no, Skiddo is super cute. You know how I'm in the Gachamon group? Um, I'm honestly about to ask anyone if they have any Skiddos. Like, I really just want a Skiddo. I'm gonna ask that like right now. Okay, everybody, hold your horses. Everybody, my phone is on 31%, so I'm just gonna take it off. Okay, we're gonna do this real time. We're gonna do this real time live, and that's why I'm gonna put the chat up here so that I can talk to you guys still, while also going and asking anybody in the Discord for Gachamon if they have any Skiddos. Because I would just die for a Skiddo right now. So what should I say? I'll be like, I'm looking for any Skiddos, and I am willing to pay with points or levels. Also, Salty, I really, really, really want that book. I actually don't even know if I have it. I might have it. I have a lot of books that I forget that I have. Okay, but one sec. I have to use both of my hands to type this. Which means I have to put the microphone down, which means that you can't hear me anymore because I'm gonna keep speaking. I'm gonna keep speaking, and I'm gonna move the microphone, and you're gonna notice how fast I stop being audible. So I'm just gonna keep talking, and I'm gonna move the microphone away from my mouth, and you're gonna notice real soon that I'm no longer audible. You can't hear me anymore soon, and I'm only like a couple inches from the microphone, and it's already really quiet. I'm still talking at the same speed. I'm literally like less than a hand length away, and it's already this quiet. And now it's it's down on my lap, and you can it's still a little bit audible. It's just a little bit audible, but I'm gonna stop talking because it's not worth it. Okay, I'm back. And I just advertised that I wanted a Skiddo. So it's out there. And I hope that someone responds. I hope that someone gives me a dang Skiddo. I just cracked my back. I actually don't know what Poke Heroes is. Please tell me. Please enlighten me what Poke Heroes is, because I'm actually interested. Because I like Gachamon, but I'll put this out here because I'm not allowed to start drama in the Discord, and I'm not about to talk to one of the mods about this because I really just don't feel bothered to start anything. But there are two people that I have blocked on DeviantArt that are in that Discord. One of them argued with me about how shipping pedophilia in My Little Pony is fine, and the other person ships Bill and Dipper from Gravity Falls. And they tried to argue with me about that too. They were like, to be fair, I only would ship it if Dipper is. Okay, listen, I don't fucking. I don't watch that show. But they were like, I'd only ship it if Dipper was like in his 20s. And I was like, that's literally still so bad though. That's literally still so bad. Because they thought I blocked them for some disparity they made like years and years ago, probably. Because I hadn't seen it any of on their gallery, and they were like, I don't ship that anymore. So I was like, I bet it's not that. So I'm gonna look at their gallery, and I went and I was like, ooh, no, now I know what it was. I know definitely what it was. So I let them know because they were asking me. They were like, I've been a fan of your art for so long, and I'm in the Gachamon group now, and I just, Oh, sorry, someone just replied to me on the market. Oh no, no, no! Dang it, that sucks! Oh, it's a swap fighting. I hate fighting type. Okay. One second. Okay, I'm back. Oh, I hated that I had to admit that I didn't want to do the swap fighting Skiddo because that sounds like I'm being really picky, but I really just can't deal with fighting type. But yeah, no. It's salty. I hate it so much. It makes me so uncomfortable. So yeah, I don't know. I'm literally gonna about to like name drop right now. The one who argued with me that pedophilia is fine to ship in My Little Pony is Zafara, and she has like numbers after her URL, and she's like really common in the My Little Pony fandom. And also, I had no idea that she was in the group in Gotchamon, and she's been there for like over a year. So all the mods know her. She's like a friend with all of them. And I can't start drama there because technically you're not allowed to be in there if you support that kind of shit. So especially that person who ships Build-Up shouldn't be in there. But it makes me just uncomfortable to know that someone there who was like, you know, trying to argue with me that something like Sparity is okay. Like probably I don't remember exactly what we were talking about, like obviously because it was like a while ago. But that was probably what their argument was. So the fact that someone like that is in that group is just like, and she's all over the chat. It just makes me so uncomfortable to see her all the time. And I want to stay in Gotchamon because there are a lot of cool people in there. And it's really really fun to me. Like it's one of the places that like I really think that I really like it. But that's just like the thing that like these two people who I've blocked. And there was a Secret Santa. And I was really afraid that one of the either I would get one of those two, which I didn't. I got someone that wasn't them, uh, as my Secret Santa, as the person I'm going to be making something for, and then, but I still have to worry that what if one of them got me, and they had to like tell the admin and be like, that person blocked me. Oh, I feel like I'd get a message that was like, "Hey, why did you block this person?" I feel like that would happen if that did happen though. I wonder. I can only speculate. Oh, I'm still feeling like bad over the fact that I had to say no to that swap fighting Skiddo. I feel bad. Okay, sorry, I'm back again. I keep having to talk in the chat about the Skiddo. Ah, cause dang, there are like nice people in there. It makes me upset. Yeah. I don't know what kind of drama I could start because like, if you think about it, like how am I supposed to if that ever did bring it up, like not the build up situation because I feel like that is like literally actually bad and I could probably get that person kicked because they're not even friends with the mods really. I think they're kind of new. Um, but the person who's like friends with the mods, Zafara specifically, I feel so scandalous like saying the name, but like literally four people are watching right now, so like who cares? If this spreads, if one of those four, no, I know the four people though, because it's me, it's Salty, it's Lion, and it's Starry. Okay, we're good. There isn't anyone else here. But I was like, if someone spreads it, like I don't know what I'd say. But yeah, about that, it's like I don't know what I could possibly say. Like that part,
If I looked in her gallery, I wonder if I could find some like bad ships because I don't even remember if there were any on her gallery. I think she was just trying to like argue to me that shipping it was fine, and there's no way I could be like that's like hard to prove, I guess. And I wonder if our conversations are like gone, or maybe we didn't even have a conversation. Maybe I just saw them talking about it to someone else. Like I block really fast on that kind of stuff, so I honestly don't remember. But I know that they were involved when that huge like dumb drama happened where I was like weirdly accused of calling someone's girlfriend a pedophile. Like what the fuck? Like that happened and I never did that. I never even said that. So that was weird. Uh I don't know. I don't know. There's nothing I can do about it, honestly. My Kool-Aid jammer is gone. I have two more left. I kind of wonder what you mean by people can't read. I don't really know what that's like referring to. Like, I mean, it's true, but I'm kind of curious as to what you mean. I could have another Kool-Aid jammer. If you dared me, I'd do it. Nah, well, I don't know. Because I don't have any juice left. Well, no, wait, we do have cider. I'll ask my mom if she's gonna make more sangria or if she's gonna. I don't know. I could have cider. And I also have water, so I could probably just drink another one again right now. I might do that. Oh, yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. Yeah, okay, now I see what you mean. Yeah, people. It's not that people can't read. I literally just think people, like, are so eager to get into a fight that they just don't care what you said. Like I don't think it's a matter of like that they can't read, which I know is like it's a joke, but I don't think it's like actually their reading comprehension. I think it's just that they're so damn eager. Yeah, 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 exactly. They just act on impulse before making sure that they read it right. That's exactly right. It's just like they're so ready to start some shit. Like oh, this person's getting all social justice warrior on me, and that's so lame of them. Like, wow, like I really have to fight. I have to fight this person. Like, I've literally been accused of like, those like comics that like anti-social justice warriors make, where it's like the SJW type is like short blue hair, like a like a 15-year-old twink or whatever, like that type of character, and that character is like raging and being like, "You can't eat beans because it's appropriating Mexican culture." Like that's literally like the kind of person that people think I am when I talk about like anything having to do with pedophilia. Like it's literally just common sense that you shouldn't ship shit like that, and then people like think that I'm being so unreasonable, like as if because I've literally tried to explain this like to people who aren't on the internet, like my mom or like other people, like my therapist, and obviously they immediately go like, "That's nasty, like that's gross, that's not cool." Like, yeah, totally, like I totally get where you're coming from, but people on the internet, like it makes me sad though, because it makes me feel like all of these kids who are like arguing with me were just like groomed by the internet to like be fine with it. Like it's dangerous. If it's an adult, then like fuck that. But like when it's kids who are like arguing for this, it's like they were groomed by the internet to be fine with it. And it's like so disgusting. And that's why like that's why I make a big stink out of it, because I'm like because the more it spreads, like the more accepted it gets, and that's just what I try to say. And people, especially kids, get really up in arms about it because they're like, we're not stupid. Like, we wouldn't just look at a ship and say, oh, it's fine just because we saw it one time. Like a 12-year-old isn't gonna go on DeviantArt and like immediately start dating an older man because they saw Sweetie Belle and Big Mac ship together. And I'm like, obviously not. I'm not calling kids dumb. I'm saying like anyone could be susceptible to this, especially if it's something they're interested in. Like, I mean, I've gone through the same like desensitizing process with a lot of things. It's like that's why culture is so like this, you know? Like that's why we don't care about violence anymore. We don't care about that kind of pedophile stuff. Like we just don't care about it as much just cuz we've seen it so much. And that's why I try to make a stink. Ugh, Lion, that sucks. I'm sorry. Ugh. Yeah. I mean, people think they are using their brains. People think that they're being like super, big brain, galaxy brain. Like, oh, fiction doesn't, affect reality because we're not dumb. It's like, I know that kids are like so ready to fight about not being stupid. Like, I remember being a kid. I remember being upset that people would assume that I didn't know much. And I just want to put it out there like I know kids aren't as dumb as people take them for, but that does not have to do with how susceptible you are to normalization. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you don't have to be gullible, you don't have to be stupid to fall into that trap. Like, you just have to have some bad apples in your group. You have to, like, I was friends back in like ye old year of 2011 with someone who literally was in their 20s and then later dated someone who was 15, and I was friends with her, and like it wasn't me obviously, but like that just was fine. Like it just felt like I was a little bit weirded out by it, but like other people around me were just fine with it. Like everybody was fine with it. I didn't make a stink. Like nobody cared because that was just like what we were taught was fine. If there's an adult around, you just accept it. If they're acting like cool about it, like yeah, no, it's chill, it's cool, it's fine. It's like you feel lulled into that. You just feel like that's acceptable then, and that's just what's happening. And you don't have to be stupid to fall into that trap. Because if I said that, someone would be like, "Oh, but you were just dumb." Like, I wasn't dumb. It's just how culture is, you know. Ugh. Like that's just how culture is. Like that's just how friendship works. I guess what people think would happen is that it's always someone really pressuring the other person into doing something that they don't want to. Like whenever it's a topic about don't do drugs or something, it's always like is your local drug dealer like pointing a gun at your head and telling you to do drugs? Just say no. And that's and that's obviously not what it's like for any of this stuff. No one's pointing a gun at your head and being like, you have to be fine with pedophilic ships. You have to be fine with it in real life then too. Like believe me, I'm an adult. Believe me. Like that's not how it works. But people think that's how it is when I say stuff like that. But there's no way to convey that it just happens so naturally to anybody because it's just like hard to imagine. And even if it's already happened to you, it's still hard to imagine because it's not direct, it's not by force, it's just something that casually happens, and it's scary because of that. It's just society around you is just saying it's not even that it needs to directly say it's fine. It's just like the more it gets dismissed, I'm burping. The more it gets dismissed, the more people say that it's not that big of a deal. Even just the slightest comment can make someone, it could rewire their brain. And that's like really scary. And it obviously isn't like it's not like a Thanos snap kind of moment where like all of a sudden you're like, oh, now I feel this way. It's just like really subconscious. It sounds like a conspiracy theory, and that's what scares people. They think I'm not susceptible to that. It's like advertising. I'm going on a tangent, but it's like advertising where people are like, I can't be advertised to because I know things that are advertisements. But that's not how our brains work. We're monkeys. You know? Like our brains are stupid. Like we do get advertised to, even if you think you're woke. We do get desensitized to things, even if we think we're woke. You know? It's dumb. It's dumb. The first step to getting better is admitting that you need to get better. And that's a real hard step to get to. It stresses me out. I mean, I'm not stressed right now. Talking really is like a de-stressor for me. So, yeah, the fiction doesn't affect reality argument is... Like, what do you think advertisements are? Why do you think people spend so much money putting Super Bowl ads on? Like, what? Like, I know that's not what they're looking for, but that really is it. That's just exactly it. That's the only thing you need to point to. And if you say it doesn't work, like, you can't just claim that it doesn't work on smart people, because, like, that just means that you're really elitist then. You know, like, oh, I'm smart and everybody else is a sheep. Like, everybody else just goes with the flow and likes pop culture, so they can be brainwaved into buying Coors Light. It's like, no. Oh, it's all subconscious. And you can't just say that you're smart enough to not have a subconscious. What the fuck, Lion? Like, that's just like, what? Oh, I mean, I don't want to be like, why are you still friends with that person? But like, why are you still friends with that person? Like, I don't know. Obviously, there's a reason, but I would not be able to handle that. Well, salty, I don't know about that. I mean, certainly to a certain extent, but also you have to buy food to live. So I think there's a certain extent. Lion nuts. I guess that is a good reason. That is a good reason. I mean, I guess the question is, how much money do they owe you? Because is it worth it? Is it worth it? there is an amount where you could say yes, and I believe you. But I'm sure there's also an amount where you could say no, it's not worth it, and walk away. That's just funny to me. I don't think I've ever... $245. What the hell did they need with that much money? I guess I've borrowed a lot of money from people, and they were, well, I didn't borrow it, they just bought me things, but they decided to cut me off, so that's not the same thing though. I didn't like really owe anyone money. Yeah, salty. No, I get that. You're right. You're right. It's the way that you phrased it was kind of like funny because I'm like, I mean, if you're like buying potatoes because you're starving, like I don't think that really counts as being advertised to, but I mean, I know what you meant. Okay, I wanna just completely throw this out here. It has nothing to do with anything we've been talking about. But I have that post, that image. You know that image that's like friendship ended with Mudasir. Now Salman is my best friend. I have that stuck in my head, and I cannot stop thinking about it. I cannot stop thinking about friendship ended with Mudasir. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up. Friendship ended with Mudasir. Now Salman is my best friend. Friendship ended with Mudasir. No, give me the full image. Yes, yes, yes. I have this. I have this image stuck in my head. Like somehow I have a full image stuck in my head. Friendship ended with Mudasir. Now Salman is my best friend. I don't know what it is about this. I don't know. Like it's an old meme too, but I just have it really stuck in my head. Like so, I don't get it. I'm a little bit loopy, obviously. I had this stuck in my head earlier too, and I mentioned it to my friend. She didn't remember, like she doesn't know what that image is, so I'm gonna have to show her at some point. Ooh, I wonder what I could edit on top of that. Like, what have I recently ended my friendship with? Like, we're not going there. We're not going to the actual legit friendship ended. But I can't think of anything that I could make that. Ooh, friendship ended with Mudasi. I can't. Oh, whenever people are like, "Oh, your laugh," I can't help but laugh more. Like you guys, I laugh like way too much though. One time my therapist was like, "Does your mom laugh like this?" Like she was like kind of asking about like my genetics, the genetics of my laugh, and I was like, I don't think she does. Like, it's it's too much. I laugh too much. That's my issue. My tissue issue. Ugh. Friendship ended with mood sear. Now Salman is my best friend. Friendship ended with Kool-Aid Jammers. Now Capri Sun is my best friend. Oh, I've been laughing. I've been snorting. I snorted so much today. Like it was dumb. Like I never like sometimes I do, but I felt like I was doing it way more around my ex. I don't know what it is. Like I feel like I used to do it more, so maybe it's just because of that. Like because I used to do it probably more in high school. I just brought it out. Friendship ended with Super Mystery Dungeon. Now Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team is my best friend. Should I replay Blue Rescue Team or should I keep working on Super Mystery Dungeon? Because I've been working on it and seeing if I can get, like... Because there's an end game. Well, not... what? There's like a goal you can work towards. And I don't know how many hours it would possibly take to finish all of it, but I feel like maybe... Oh, absolutely. Okay, Salty, I feel that. Lion, I don't think I've ever seen that movie. I haven't seen a lot of movies. I don't watch anything except Pokemon and Barbie, evidently. I'm still thinking about doing that Christmas stream that I mentioned earlier. I think watching both the Pokemon Christmas special and Barbie Nutcracker would be so good. People really like that movie. I just I don't know. I didn't grow up with any classics, nothing. Yeah, I don't know if I would stream it on Christmas or if it would be, around Christmas. But yeah, what I did last year, as I said earlier, but I think only Salty was here. What I did last year was I streamed Osu and I just played Christmas songs. So I think what I should do, since I did Halloween Osu stream last year and then I did Halloween Osu stream this year, what I should do is I should Christmas Osu stream this year, and then after I'm done with Osu, I can play Pokemon Christmas Special and Barbie Christmas Special. I can't wait to do my Gachamon Secret Santa, to be honest. I really like gifting people with art. Honestly, I want to gift a lot of people with art. That would be really fun, but I'd be really busy. So I don't know. I'd have to choose some specific people. Who knows? Just saying that makes me kind of feel bad because if I forget to do it, then it's whoopsies. Well, I mean, Salty, the whole point would be to play Osu, which I mean you don't have to listen to, but then we'd be watching a movie, two things. So if you couldn't listen, then what's the point? Yeah, I feel like a Secret Santa with the stream gang would be a little bit of a disaster, probably. Not that I don't believe in you or anyone in this chat, but I guess I don't believe in you or anyone in this chat. I feel like I'd be able to keep up with it, but that's just because I, don't have a life. Everyone else has a life. Why you gotta be careful, Lion? Is there an issue? What problems? I'm interested. You don't gotta tell me if you don't want to, of course. Ooh, motion sickness. Yeah, it shows up kind of bad on my stream anyway, so it's like weird. I feel like I gotta get that sorted out, but I don't know. I feel like I stream it kind of like a weird frame rate, so maybe that's why. Yeah, I don't know. Friendship ended with Mudassir. Now Salman is my best friend. I don't have much to say anymore. I'm like out of things to say. Ugh. You can always turn off the video. You can always like pause it. That's what I have on my phone right now, so it doesn't like waste battery life. I just have my live stream paused, and I mean it doesn't matter because it's just one picture of a skitty right now. uh, but then it's just like you're chatting, so I wouldn't be mad if you did that. I feel like a lot of people do that and don't watch the stream and just chat. Friendship ended with Bulbasaur. Now Squirtle is my best friend. I just said that because the the syllables matched. What are you trying to draw, by the way? Literally nothing. I don't even have my tablet in front of me anymore because it was just annoying. Because my microphone, I have to freaking hold it right in front of my lips. Squirtle, I'm dying. Please, you have to water me with your piss. That's not even from that, it's from a different thing. And you're just gonna let him die? I'm so thirsty. I'm a thirsty flower. Please, you have to water me with your piss. Oh, lion. So what happened? What happened was I really wrecked my computer by deleting the audio drivers. So my computer's audio just like wasn't working and I couldn't open programs that even had audio to do with them. Like audio like iTunes wouldn't open properly and Osu wouldn't work properly and I couldn't do anything about it. So what I had to do was I had my friend come over and she finally fixed it, and so that's why you can hear me right now. So it finally got fixed, but it was like that for like a good while since like Saturday. Um, so that's why I haven't streamed, and that's why I couldn't really fix. I couldn't. I couldn't finish any of those things, but I will. I'll probably stream tomorrow. Um, and then we can resume that. I feel bad because I wonder if people lost interest in that time. It probably people did. Um, which I guess is fine, but I'm still interested in it. I'm still hyper fixating on Pokemon, so like whatever. But yeah, so that just means that I haven't been able to finish anything. Hi, Carousel, by the way. I'm sorry I'm using my microphone. It's terrible. Yeah, sometimes I forget that other people are humans and they don't have ADHD and they don't have uh like weeks of time, well, like a week where they're super 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 into something new and they go all in and then by the end of the week they're onto something new and don't even think about the other thing and it just is completely gone. But normal people don't do that and they can still have a casual interest in doing Pokemon D&D and, and enjoy other things as well. So, ooh, salty, that's so good. I really want to make a story for my character because I don't think he's really like just my first my Poke Sonar or whatever. Like I think he's like got an actual backstory, obviously. So I gotta think about that. But yeah, right now I'm super into Pokemon, and that's like really all I can do right now. I was trying, I'm really closely hanging on to trying to get back to Food Fantasy again. Um, but it's really hard. I love and hate hyperfixation. I kind of only love it when it's about Pokemon. That's pretty much it. Because that's the only one that I can count on going back to. That's like my default. If there isn't anything else, it's Pokemon, you know? It's usually Pokemon X and Y. Usually. Yeah, I usually only have one topic. Because for a hot second when Deltarune came out, I was hyper fixated on that for a hot second, like like 2 days. And then I moved on. I moved back to Pokemon. Like I don't know what it is about Pokemon that like just made it like the default for me. You know? Like somehow it's stuck forever. Like another thing that could have been that, which it was kind of for a while, was Naruto. Like I was able to fall back on Naruto really hard in high school because that was something I've been interested in since like middle school, like probably sixth, seventh grade, somewhere around there. And I clung to Naruto real hard, and I can still get into it, but definitely not as hard as I was able to before. MLP is something that's kind of just always there because it has to be there because of because of who I am on the internet now. Like I definitely don't hyperfixate on it like almost ever, like almost ever. And that kind of sounds bad. I don't know. It's not like I ever don't like it. That's not like the problem. It's just that I never am like super, super big into it. Like, sometimes I'll get, like, a random burst of, like, oh, I want to draw my characters for it, but most of the time it's, like, you know, it's just my brand at this point, so it's, like, whatever. It's always going to be with me then. Honestly, like, thinking about chess, like, that's pretty cool. Like, that's a pretty cool one, I'd say. Like, one of my cooler ones, I really, really like it when I'm hyperfixating on old anime, because that's one that I feel like not many people can relate to, and I kind of feel like a show off when I'm, like, talking about it, because I definitely don't know, like, much about it. Like, if someone was actually big into it and they started talking about it, I'd feel, like, super inferior. Like, I would be totally a fish out of water. I would not be able to say anything. But when people aren't big into it and I can give them fun, dumb facts about it that I've just learned from, like, casually being into it, and then, you know, uh, it makes me feel a little bit good. I will say, The Incredibles makes me feel, pun intended, incredibly uncomfortable now, because Incredibles 2 was the last film that I watched with my friends before they all fucked me over. So now I have Incredibles blocked on every platform, and I don't fucking want to talk about it. Ugh, it's still hard for me to think about. It's, like, dumb, but yeah. I haven't. I used to watch a little bit of Inuyasha on Cartoon Network when it was coming out. I didn't, like, hardcore watch it, definitely. Uh, and then I watched a lot of it with my friend a while back. Another one that, you know, doesn't talk to me anymore. That's not, like, it's not the same thing though. Where, like, I think I really like Inuyasha. Like, I haven't watched a lot of it, but I've heard very good things about it, and I watched, like, I don't know, a big chunk of episodes. I think it's really good. And it is a little bit nostalgic for me, like, a little bit, because I did watch it on, you know, um, I'm trying to read the thing that Carousel just sent, but I don't know who Linda is. Who is Linda? I think I clung to Pokemon so hard because I started kitting really hard with it, and honestly, that's probably the problem. Carousel, I don't know what the fuck press gang is. Like, I think you've told me about it one time, but I literally still don't even know. And I don't think there's any amount of you telling me what it was that I could possibly keep it inside of my mind. And that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. I'm not, I'm not, like, telling you to shut up about it or anything, but I'm just like, ooh, I'm so bad with that kind of shit. I really, oh, my memory is really, really bad. What do you mean the cursed ones? There's no cursed ones. Fuck you. Oh, like, honestly, like, Carousel, not gonna lie, it kind of sounds like it's like, in my mind, this is so stupid. Like, you won't believe me. But in my mind, I fabricated that it was like a radio play. Like, for some reason in my head, that kind of sounds like. I don't know. I don't know. A radio play. A radio drama. My favorite show is season X, Y, and Z of Pokemon. Yeah, fuck you, Salty. It's that one's lit. I'm like trying to make a case for the baby generation, but like there's not much I can say other than like I don't mind it. Like for some reason it doesn't grind my gears. Like it's not like I'm like, oh fuck yeah, baby generation of My Little Pony, love that. But like for some reason it really doesn't bother me. Yeah, like I've never cared. Like everyone always like freaked out about it. Like in the early years of the My Little Pony fandom, or like not not the overarching one. You know what I mean? The Friendship is Magic fandom. When that was cropping up, people were always talking about like how terrifying. Like people called it Gen 3.5, and I guess it kind of encompasses that too. But people were always talking about how Gen 3.5 and also sometimes Gen 3 was like terrible and like terrifying, and it was it was like people blew it out of proportion, and I really didn't care. Like I've never cared. The only Gen 1 thing that I've well listen. I watched the pilot, which was the one with Firefly, the Firefly movie, and I also have seen the first My Little Pony movie. My Little Pony the movie, the first one. And I've also Carousel knows this. I've watched all of My Little Pony Tales. But My Little Pony and Friends is not something that I've watched. And I don't know if I could get into it, which is kind of stupid because like that should be the one holding my attention, not My Little Pony Tales of all bullshit. Like I don't know why My Little Pony Tales was what was the one that I could watch, not My Little Pony and Friends. But for some reason that was it. But I don't think I could watch My Little Pony and Friends. I do like the shout outs to Gen 1, even if I don't always like get it, it's so like cute. Like I like that. Good night, Lion. Sleep well. I'm not good at sounding like genuine. I have to like be ironic, but like legit good night. I wonder if you heard that. That's my second Kool-Aid jammer down. Well, technically third. What do you love about MLP? Other than Cotton Skittles. I'm really not good at talking about My Little Pony. I don't have like a ton to say anymore about it. Like Pokemon, I could come up with opinions all day. But My Little Pony, eh. Ugh, I guess my ships are kind of an opinion sometimes. Most of the time it's just like whatever. Some of them I do really like though. I don't like ship stuff for real though. Like I guess I don't do this anymore with like anything. Well, I would in the Pokemon fandom if anyone gave a crap about Ash and Paul anymore. But I don't really ship anything. Like actually, I don't read fan fictions. I don't look at ship art. I never do that anymore. Because I used to do that for like Homestuck. Or I don't know. That was mostly the one. Naruto a bit. But I don't do that anymore. My opinion about things is that Gen 7 of Pokemon is not canon. Okay, I have a lot of opinions about a lot of things. Like, that's just who I am. But that's the one thing. The one thing that you could get me fired up about immediately. Instantly. Bring up Sun and Moon and I'll rock it into the room and tell you exactly how I feel about it. I mean, Pokemon in general, I have some opinions, but like, I guess the gen that is the least opinion worthy would be Gen 2, cause like it's just a solid generation, and no one really has much to say about it outside of that. Like it's good, it was good, and that's it. Not much more to say. I have opinions about Gen 3 now, because I replayed it recently. And then I have opinions about Gen 4, obviously. Gen 5, I don't have a lot of opinions about, because that was my old friend's favorite generation, and at this point, I'm just kind of ambivalent towards it. Gen 1 is like, I don't care. It was kind of shit, but like, I don't care that much. Diamond and Pearl are incomplete games, and Platinum is much better than Diamond and Pearl. But also, when they finally remake Gen 4, I'm really hoping that they can fix the few glaring flaws that Sinnoh had, but I doubt they will. That's my opinion. That's my Gen 4 opinion. Y'all know I like Gen 4. My opinion is put Paul in the games. No, not really. Don't actually put him in the games. But my opinion is Paul. Oh, my Gen 5 opinion. My Gen 5 opinion. That doesn't even have to do with the games. Trip is a bastard who deserves to die. And I don't care to elaborate anymore because I don't think anyone even knows who Trip is. So. And it's not really a fully formed opinion either. I have not watched Best Wishes. What is that one part in Pearl? There's a lot of parts where you could get stuck at. That game is a goddamn mess. Like, it's the plot is so all over the place. It makes you go back and forth like a million times. And if you didn't catch like a brief line that someone said to you really quickly, you're just completely stuck. Like you could have to go back like 4 towns and you would not know if you just skipped past a line of dialogue. Like that's how fucking bad it is. And then you have to go forwards and backwards over and over and over again, even without flying. And if you don't know the shortcuts with the bike or different like caves, which are still not that great of shortcuts, you're just out of luck, buddy. Salty, I don't know what you're talking about. What part of Diamond and Pearl do Shinx, Luxio, and Luxray circle around you and fight you, not with a trainer, but just circling around you? Do they pounce on you? What part, like, what are we talking about? What? I recently replayed it. Like, this sounds like a ranger thing. No, 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 you must be thinking about something else, Salty. You must be thinking about something else. Like, I can imagine you, like, making that up and then, like, putting that in your head. I used to do that. 5. Am I missing top chat? Is that what's happening? No. What the fuck do you mean by well not 5 but still? It was definitely from Ranger. It was definitely from Ranger. Starry, what did you remember? I'm so out of things to say, but I will listen to all of your tales. Yeah, you were probably older. Or maybe not. I don't know. I must have been 10 when I played um Diamond and Pearl when those came out. I got Pearl. I got it in California cuz I was there cuz my stepmom's family was there and we took a trip. And then I can't remember if it was my dad or my stepmom who got me Pearl, but someone in that house that was there on that trip was like super into my game, and I named my first starter in that game. This wasn't my first Pokemon game, but I named my starter, who was a Turtwig. I named it Poinsettia, and I miss it. My friends stole that game like a couple years later, and now I have Platinum. Carousel, you never played Pokemon as a kid? I'll give you all the Pokemon opinions you could ever need. I love talking to people who weren't like, you know, I was kind of old for Pokemon. Like I started playing when I was 8, which technically isn't like, old, but that would have been like, the standard age to play if Gen 1 came out and you were 8 and that was like the perfect age. But after Gen 1, it's like, for me, I could have been playing since I was born, and I just wasn't. Well, not since I was born, since I was 2, but it took me 8 years, you know? Yeah, Carousel, that makes sense. There's a lot of video games where people are like, whoa, you didn't play this or that? And I'm like, I didn't have home consoles. The first home console I got was the Wii, but I didn't even have Mario Galaxy on it. I had Mario Kart, I had Kirby's Epic Yarn, and I had all the Mii games, and that's it. I had nothing. And then I had the Wii U, which obviously nothing was on, so that's pretty much my home console. Never had a PlayStation, never had an Xbox, I never had a Nintendo before the Wii, and I never had many Wii games, so it's just like, I never played a Zelda. I never played a Kingdom Hearts. Nothing. I never had it at a Sega Genesis. that's that's probably too old for me. I have never broken one of my DS's or Game Boys before. And saying that, I have to include the fact that I did technically leave behind my 3DS at Red Robin, and I never went to go ask if they still had it because I figured they wouldn't, and so I just left it there. And technically, it was probably stolen. It was probably taken by a worker and given to like their kid, or like they probably took it or sold it or like used it. I don't know. But I had Pokemon Sun or Pokemon Moon in there, and I had Pokemon Alpha, not Alpha. I had Omega Ruby in there, and I probably had some other games too, and I lost all of that. But I've never broken anything. I still have my Game Boy Advance SP. It still works. That's what I replayed Gen 3 on. I still have my DS Lite, which my mom uses. It's technically hers now. I still have my DSi. It's sitting right next to me. And I have my 2DS. And we still have our Wii and we still have our Wii U. And they both work. Yeah, I sold my White 2 version to get X when it came out. And I still don't like Gen 5. Like, I don't, like, I like it, but I have bad memories associated with it now. But I was sad for a while because I never finished that game, and I still have never finished that game. So I kind of feel like unfulfilled. But I guess it's fine now since I've never finished Ultra Sun or Moon. Those jokes. I wish I could replay a Pokemon game, to be honest. That isn't like the ones that I always have. Because replaying Super Mystery Dungeon was a treat since I've never replayed that game. I played it in 2015 and then haven't replayed it since until just now. But I replayed a lot of stuff. I can't think of one that I feel like I just want a new game, and that's why I want Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, but I don't have a Switch. So, you know. I just want a new burp. I just want a new Pokemon experience. Like, so bad. You know what I freaking want? You know what I want? I want Pokemon Z. I want to play Kalos, but in a whole new light. That's what I want. That's what we all want. And that's it. That's like definitely not true. There are a lot of people who would be very upset if Z came out. Like a lot of people don't like Gen 6. It's a lot of people's least favorite generation. I guess I don't have anything left to say. uh, I mean, we could talk about Gen 6 all day. Yeah, I caught my first shiny in Gen 6. I had run into shinies before, but um, I can't remember which. I think it was in Gen 2 or 3 that I found a shiny Larvitar in the Friend Safari. Not the Friends, you know what I mean, the Safari Zone. Um, and it ran, and then another time In Gen 4, I found a shiny Geodude, and it self-destructed. So I caught my first shiny in Gen 6 finally, because I just chain fished and it was a shiny Horsey. My first wild shiny encounter that I actually caught was a shiny Wurmple in Omega Ruby, which is gone now, which really, 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 really sucks. Like, that's the reason why I'm really sad that that game is gone now, because I don't even like that game that much, but it makes me sad. There are 2 fire monkeys. There is Chimchar and Pansear. Technically, there's also Darmanitan, but there's not, I mean, it's kind of a monkey. Salty, you can't just say that. I just explained it. Just explained that there are so many more than one fire monkey. Yeah, exactly. It was Pansear, I figured. I have a lot of shinies now, because Gen 6 was really fun to shiny hunt in. Like, you can talk about how easy it was all day, but it doesn't really matter, because it was just, like, fun, man. Like, Gen 7 was a waste. It was such a waste for shiny hunting potential. They got rid of grid movement, so the Poke Radar can never come back unless they reinstall grid movement. So that's gone, which really, really sucks. They took away chain fishing. Like, technically you can still chain fish, but it's just the same old fucking chain. The SOS. SOS was the worst. It was the worst, and you can't even deny. Like, when people first discovered it, they were like really excited because it's like it kind of feels like a Gen 6 kind of thing where it's like we could have gotten so much more, and we thought there was going to be more, but there wasn't. Like, as soon as SOS chaining was discovered, it was so quick where everyone was kind of like, oh, this isn't fun, actually. And Gen 6 was so rich with shiny hunting, because we got chain fishing, we got Poke Radar, we got Masuda Method, and technically that's still in Gen 7, but that's always been there since Gen 4, I think. Maybe Gen 3. We got Friend Safari, we got Horde Battles. And I don't think there were there horde battles? Were there horde battles in Gen 7? I feel like there was, but maybe not. No, I don't think there were actually. I think they just scrapped that. And then the only thing that Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire were good for was having the sneak feature. I can't remember what that shiny hunting method is called. It's a chain as well. It's not called Poke Radar, but it's like Poke Radar because that's what you would want to describe it as. That one was good. That one was fun. I liked that one. There were so many. Oh, and then there was also there was Wonder Trading, and there's still Wonder Trading in Gen 7, but they made it so tedious. They made it so dumb difficult. The 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 Festival Plaza is the dumbest shit they ever did. I will take this to my grave. I hate the Festival Plaza. It's so clunky. It's so unintuitive. The PSS was a godsend. It was the best. It was the best. You just go down there. You go to the extended settings in the PSS, which is right at the bottom of your screen. And it's right there, and you just click that one button and you're Wonder Trading. With the Festival Plaza, you have to go into your menu. You have to click the Festival Plaza. You have to load up the Festival Plaza. You have to go and find this tedious little hidden menu and look in there. And you have to Wonder Trade from there. And it's just so annoying. Oh, I'm making it sound probably worse than it is, but I really, really, really hated it. And when they take away Wonder Trading for Gen 6, I will die. You know what I should do? You know what I should do? You know what I should do? I should do a Wonder Lock. I should do a Wonder Lock. That's what I should do. Maybe I'll take out the lock. I'll just get a new Wonder Traded Pokemon every gym, and that's it. Maybe that's what I'll do before they take out that feature. That sounds like fun. I wonder if anyone's trading anything that isn't Poochyena anymore. Poochyena, Zigzagoon, Fletchling, and Ralts. Those were the ones you always got. Sometimes Bunnelby. And whenever I got a Scatterbug, I was super excited because that just means that what I was doing with that was I was evolving all of them. I'd go out and I just put a bunch in my party, and then I'd EXP share it, and then I'd evolve all of them, and I'd see what patterns I get. It's really cool. I also love Scatterbug and Spupa, like, a lot, so that was, yeah. I don't care if I get those. Vivian is so good. I wonder if I should try to get any of those on Gatchaman. I feel like I should. Any of the Kalos Pokemon, honestly. Yeah, that's called Pokemon Showdown, Salty. I am not a battler. I really don't. I'm not good at that. I'm not good at competitive play, so I've played around on there like a couple times, and I feel like I've always been playing like I always played against noobs anyway, like people that also weren't really good. So I kind of like I'd win like every so often, but I'm still really not good. I don't know the meta. Oh, damn! You know what I just did? Oh, you know what I did? I'm so stupid. I can't play a Wonder Trade playthrough of X, cause I gave X to my friend who just left with it. Well, I have my regular copy. That was my friend, my old friends, where I was like, I have this copy of X now. I guess you can play it because she's never played it. My friend who just came over, she's never played it, so she's never played Gen 6. So I was like, you have to. And yeah, so I don't have that. I probably won't for a while either. Yeah, it's fine. I don't really care. I'm not really good at finishing playthroughs anyway, so I probably wouldn't have gotten very far. I do really like Wonder Trading though. Especially when it's on like a fresh playthrough, you know? Like it's super fun. I can't believe they let you do that. Where like you can just immediately Wonder Trade your starter. Like that's ridiculous. But I mean I'm glad they let you. To be honest, I'm very, very tired. And I'm probably gonna sleep soon. So I didn't even mean for this stream to go on as long as it did. I'm kinda lucky that a couple people were up, but I really should be sleeping. I still have my shiny Giratina from the event. That was like, I don't know if it was Gen 4 or 5, but I have a shiny Giratina from it. I think it was Gen 4. Yeah. Ugh. Friendship ended with Mudasir. Now Salmon is my best friend. Yeah, I mean, it's like 3 a.m. right now. And like, if I can go to sleep right now, I bet I could wake up like kind of early. Like, not like super early, obviously, but. Oh shit, I have to do garbage this morning. So I'm gonna want to sleep real soon so that when I wake up at like 7, I'm a little bit rested and then I'll go back to sleep. But I don't like waiting, you know, super long to go to sleep then. Oh yeah, West Coast. West Coast midnight. That's like such a difference. Like 3 a.m. to midnight, like those are such different times. You know what I'm saying? Ugh. Yeah. I guess I should end it. I feel kind of, I don't know. I should stream tomorrow. I wonder if y'all would want to come. I kind of want to stream a movie. That would be fun. Well, not stream it, you know what I mean. Go to Rabbit afterwards. But I want to draw. I want to draw a bit because I'm excited too since my computer actually works now. I won't be on the microphone, obviously. I might break it out, like, maybe, but definitely not for the whole thing, obviously. Yeah. Then I'll definitely stream. You can count on it. Well, I guess you can't really count on it. My mom might take me out afterwards. I mean, I'd still stream after that then, probably. But yeah, if not, then I'll stream like pretty early. So yeah, I'm like so zonked out. I'm like so excited to sleep, which is a good thing. So basically, good night. Everybody have sweet dreams. Everybody, everybody, good night. You know, I will get some sleep. Don't you worry about that. Salty, I don't know if I have time for that. I was about to end it. I have my finger on the trigger. I'm so close. You know? Oh, no, no! That's not what I wanted. Oh. Oh. Okay. Yeah. See, it was only 2 hours and 30 minutes. That's a pretty short stream for me. Anyway, Salty, tell me to it later. Tell me about the Mario later. I'm gonna stop streaming now and I'm gonna go sleep. Good night. Good night.